Background music and ambience brought to you in part by Midnight Syndicate. Music for the imagination and the perfect musical accompaniment for the Dungeons & Dragons role-playing game.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
In a world that is not what it seems, and where people are not who they appear to be, where puns run rampant through the streets, and it's hard to tell who the real monsters are. Three heroes fight to keep the world of Euphrae from ripping apart, and to keep Tim and Terry from getting even more screwed. Now, let's join the Sir Thadeus Trebilcock, the wild magic sorcerer, Malphaedor, the fallen Aasimar Oathbreaker, and the half-satyr, half-halfling bard, Nastly, as they band together in their enduring pursuit of a fool's quest.
Now, location-wise, are we like halfway between Cheddar and Buxby?
No, you're not. You're not even a full day's ride.
Oh, so we're still super close to Cheddar.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You're in you're just outside of Cheddar, outside the city limits, but heading up towards Buxby, so where it gets more like wooded and that sort of. But you're not even like a full day's ride away from.
Okay.
And we'll keep an eye out for bear traps.
Yes.
Be mindful of bear traps. Okay, so
I have no desire to lose a foot.
No legs lost.
So you guys see Chai come out. Do you say anything to them before you?
Well, are Tim and Terry like all wolfed out and ready to
Not
pounce
yet.
on him? Or?
Not yet.
I say, what is the status of the moon currently?
The sun has fully set. So
I want to ask Tim and Terry before this kicks off. Do we have to worry about you two once you turn? Are you just going to be in a mindless bloodlust and attack anything? Should I save a fireball? Or
so
that's going to smell.
Burn dog is as bad as wet dog.
Is Shia LaTough visibly wearing any metal?
He has on a no metal.
No armor?
He's got leather armor.
Fine.
All right, moving on.
Okay.
That answers my question. All I cared about.
Okay, so
No, Nick knows you have heat metal, so he's never going to throw anybody in full plate at us.
no,
It's
that's
about to boil fucking Shia LaTough.
he's got specific gear called leather apron armor, which has specific stats. So
Sounds like some specific bullshit.
Yeah,
Sounds like-
Immune to...
what kind of weapon does this man use?
he's an actual cannibal. Like, what do you think he makes his armor out of?
Well, let's see.
Okay.
He wears the skin of...
There's probably metal studs in there. Don't think about it.
All right. So as the sun fully sets, Tim and Terry strip off their armor and their shoes. The group was hidden and about to fight Chai LaTough with Tim and Terry, who are about to become werewolves. So that was where we left off.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys ready?
I want to ask if we have to worry about them just attacking anybody.
Oh, yeah. So Terry, sorry, I got distracted by all of the other things. So Terry remains kind of stoic and doesn't look at you the way Terry is. He's been weird since that one portal is there. But Tim is super cool about stuff, and he's like, yeah, no, I think you guys should be all right. I think you guys are... I mean, we haven't hurt any of our friends yet.
Okay.
Have you been out with any of your friends yet?
No.
Oh.
Right. I would like to stand like 15 feet away from them and just take notes on their transformation.
Okay.
Like a little sketch in my spell book on like one of the back pages or whatever.
So Thaddeus takes a few steps back as they're talking and pulls out your notebook.
Yeah, just notes how the transformation works. If it's like just poof, they're a werewolf, or skin rips.
Very
exactly. Never He's never seen werewolf
Some magic
before.
fairy
He's very-
bullshit.
He's
Just
very
turned into-
interested in how this works.
Or they look very painful as they tear bits of
Yeah.
skin and
Yeah,
flesh
yeah.
off and writhe around on the floor until
Right.
So as an old man, I mean, you feel pretty lucky that you're old enough that you've learned how to write freehand without watching what you're writing, because it's really dark out and your old eyes just can't handle looking at the paper very well. But so it might not be a very well written.
I'll be able to read it.
Diary,
That's all.
but
Yeah.
I can fix it later.
no, that makes sense. Yeah.
A few little notes for myself.
quick field sketch.
Okay, so Tim, grinning from ear to ear with a mischievous smile, begins to disrobe. He was wearing loose-fitting clothing, so it was easy for him to quickly slip out of his clothes after releasing his gag-me cloak. Terry puts on his more stoic expression as he starts to unclasp his cloak and methodically remove articles of clothing. Now naked, with the moonlight reflecting off their skin, the two half-brothers drop to their hands and knees, and the sickening sound of flesh slowly tearing and bones cracking assault the peaceful ambiance of the evening nature as black fur begins to sprout from the splits in Tim and Terry's flesh.
That looks painful.
Yeah, after
Fascinating.
what seems like a gruesome eternity, but really was just 6 seconds, so one turn for them to switch, the transformation was complete, and the wolves sniff the air. Tim Wolf hops excitedly on all four, but a quick growl from Terry Wolf puts Tim Wolf back in check.
Are you only going to use name and then wolf from now on?
Well,
Is this-
yeah, you
this
gotta
like
know.
a-
I mean, what happens if they turn back all of a
Is this a
sudden?
furry misadventure now? Is going to go with this? All right, good.
So we'll have to name them now.
Tim Wolf looks back to the party, lets out a quiet, deep growl, and then turns in the direction that Chai LaTough was walking. Chai is now moving around the cabin to... he's almost out of sight, and the wolves disappear into the darkness. Tim Wolf to the left, and Terry Wolf to the right.
I say we take point right in the middle and let the wolves flank him.
Yeah, sounds like an excellent plan.
I'm going to cast Greater Invisibility on myself.
Okay.
So
Okay, what's Greater Invisibility do as a spell?
I was hoping you would take longer before I had to speak.
Fair enough.
So you or a creature you touch become invisible until the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it's on the target's person. Casting time 1 action. Lasts for 1 minute.
Okay. Yeah, and I don't have to do any rolls for that. So that's active. I'm invisible.
An invisible creature is impossible to see without the aid of magic or a special sense. For the purpose of hiding, the creature is heavily obscured. The location can only be detected by any noise it makes or any track it leaves. And attack rolls against the creature have disadvantage, and the creature's attack rolls have advantage.
Okay. So I am then going to make, since I am invisible, I'm going to make a stealth roll to follow kind of around, I think, with Terry Wolf.
Terry Wolf.
So
Terry
I-
Wolf went to the right, which is the same direction that that Chai LaTough was.
Yep, so I will be behind Terry Wolf.
Okay.
I'll make a stealth roll for that one. Make
Okay.
sure I don't break no twigs.
And how far are we from Chaya?
You are about 120 feet because you guys are staying in the wooded area until
How far ahead of us do the woods continue before we enter the clearing?
about 20 feet.
Okay, so once we get right to the edge, we'll be 100 feet.
Yep.
I want to move right up to the edge of the woods.
Okay.
Got a 16 on that roll, by the way.
Okay. So you. Okay. So make Nastly. Okay.
MC Nastly.
MC Nastly. Mick
Or Mick, but
Yeah, Mick.
informally.
Yes. Mick goes to follow Terry Wolf, and the wolf moves quicker than you do, moves more steps, so he's still gaining ground on you. You're like falling back, but you can follow him pretty easily as you guys slowly navigate through the wooded area.
I do have cloven hooves just for note. I don't know if that's important for this kind of stuff. Because I'm the half-satyr.
It probably would, but not in the woods.
Okay.
You're good in
'Cause
the
grass.
woods. Yeah,
Dope.
grass, stuff like that. If you're walking on, like, some kind of metal flooring. Well, not Mike.
Poor little tank.
have a disadvantage on that stealth
Maybe
check.
a bit.
Okay. And so, Thadeus, you are moving up to the clearing?
Yep, I rolled a 17 to sneak up to the edge. Basically, I want to stand like right behind a tree, so that's the only thing between me and Chaya.
Okay. So, Chai does not hear any of the wolves or Thad or Nastly.
Okay. I'm going to position myself a little off the side, slightly opposite to where he was positioning himself in the trees.
To where Thadeus was?
Yes. And I'm going to create a minor illusion, audible minor illusion of a damsel in distress.
Oh, okay.
Coming from a central area where to lure him into position.
Like in the wooded area that you're in, or in the clearing that you guys were?
Well, considering where he's at and where I know these guys are, I'll try to find a centralized location to use as the origin of the sound.
Okay. With the way it worked, Terry Wolf and McNastley went to the right and followed the wood line. Tim went to the left and followed that wood line. And Thadeus went right up the middle to the edge of the wood line there. And then there is a clearing with about 100 feet, and then there is the cabin where he was. So if you wanted him to come into almost like a trap, then you'd want to put it like right where you and Thadeus are standing. Or like maybe even behind you a little ways.
Okay.
Just to get him to walk towards us.
Mm-hmm. And I'll actually put it up in one of the trees.
Okay.
To sort of distract his line of sight.
Okay. And he does hear that. And so he was walking, he had his back toward you, and then Chai stops for a second and turns, pulling out a hunting knife from his belt and starts to move toward the wood line.
Towards us?
Yep, towards Thadeus and...
I'm trying to think, but nothing happens.
Malphaedor.
Yeah, Malphaedor. Jeez.
His name didn't change.
Didn't change. No,
I've been here since season 1, day 1.
We've all been here. We almost just gave up on consistency.
Anyway, so he starts moving towards Mal, if that's your real name.
Yes. It is now. I'm having it legally changed.
He is sticking to the shadowed areas, so there are some really highlighted spots of moonlight that hit the clearing, and then there's some cloud-covered areas, so he is very stealthily sticking to those areas, though, as he makes his way toward you and Thadeus.
When he gets about 60 feet away from us...
Okay.
No, wait, 50 feet, I want to cast Lightning Bolt at his face.
Okay, so he's going to make a perception check at 60 feet first, which he fails. You guys stay stealthily hidden. Okay. So he does hit that 50-foot mark. You hit with your Lightning Bolt.
Shoot him with Lightning Bolt. He's got to make a dex save. And
Am I able to, at the same time a thunderclap? Just for effect, really. And also to hurt him.
You see the lightning shoot out, arc out from the woods and hit Chai, and you cast a thunderclap. Also on Chai. Yeah. I would let those things happen. So let's do the lightning bolt first with Thadeus.
Cool.
Dexterity saving throw.
So just use Chris's attack as like a
15.
Get him!
Is my spell save DC.
Chai LaTough got a 10. Actual Cannibal Chai LaTough.
So he takes a full 8d6.
Ouch.
Plus... Sorcerer is charisma, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Plus 4. 8d6 plus 4 damage.
That sounds painful.
Yeah, it does.
Lots of things.
Actually,
26 damage.
Okay.
The sound of that lightning strike with that magnitude makes Mel cringe.
Flashbacks.
As flashback PTSD of the last couple Blue Dragon rooms.
All he sees is blue scales.
I just... I hate when you do that.
Poor Tim and Terry have never fought with us before. They don't understand. We're just complete maniacs.
Yeah.
Like, it was stealth mission. Stealth. No.
Yeah, they're werewolves stealthily trimming the edges of the woods. And you guys are like,
Lightning bolt. Fireball.
get him, boys!
Nuke him.
Okay.
Scorched
Kill him
earth
with
policy.
fire.
So your thunder shock or thunder wave, whatever it was, and then
Thunderclap.
thunderclap. I was neither one, and then we can do initiative.
Oh, nat 20.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Nat 20 is
He's gonna need a shot for
gonna
that.
be a hit, obviously. Oh no, roll your 20 again.
I got 2 rolls.
Oh,
Because I have advantage with my stealth. So
yeah, but roll it again to see if you get 3 20s in a row.
That's 2.
That's 2 20s.
That's 2.
Oh my God. Don't do
Anyone
this.
seen this?
Don't do
Anyone
this.
seen this? Okay.
One more.
That's a 7.
Okay.
Is that the instant kill?
Yeah, it would be instant kill.
Oh, dude.
He gets killed. Well, Thunderclap is a sound attack, so
I know.
his brain just explodes.
His head would have just blown up.
Like scanners.
Shocked by lightning, barely hurt. One thunderclap from 40 yards away. It's like,
I'm okay.
anyway, okay, so
You'd be so proud, like, wasn't you? Alright, so that's 4d6. So that's 16.
16 damage.
Well, that's really fucking depressing on a crit. I was kind of looking forward to a little heavier punch in the face.
I mean, that crit from you was supposed to be for added flavor, not even like a full attack.
a full, he just dies.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
that was just some seasoning.
it's like when Mal does his shield bashes and accidentally crits on those.
I really, really knocked him down.
Well, yeah, it would have been a huge insult because that's a cantrip. If I just killed him with a cantrip, to be like, oh, well, okay.
Okay, everybody roll initiative. I'll roll for Tim and Terry.
MC Nastly is first.
Okay. So I dash up to him. Of course, he can't see me, so he doesn't know I do that. Mm-hmm. And as I approach, I stab him with the whistling rapier.
Okay.
You can get to him in one move.
Yeah. Oh, no, my speed's only 40.
Oh yeah, so no, so you'd
So
move
I-
and then you could get to him, but you wouldn't be able to take an action once you did.
I go my 40-foot action, and then I'm going to...
Stand perfectly still.
I can still cast a spell there, because I have 2 attacks. I have attack per round. I can also
Yeah, you
use...
can cast a spell.
Can I curse Shia LaTough? Because if so, fuck that guy. Oh, I gotta fucking touch him if I want to do that. That's bullshit. Well,
Can you hold your action? Because, I mean, he's next. Like, as he walks past you, just reach out and poke him.
can I?
Yeah, you could hold your action for if an enemy comes into a threatening space. Yeah, within 5 feet of you.
I will hold that action then. So I'm going to ready an action to cast Bestow Curse should Shia LaTough come within my touch range.
Okay, so how's that look? You run out of the wood line. You were
So
being
I-
stealthy.
So I run on the wood line as carefully as possible to avoid sticks, twigs, and anything that makes noise. Do the whole cloven hoof thing. And then I kind of run up just behind him on the left side. So across from where I was at.
Yep. On his
And,
left side. Yep.
And I just ready and wait, hoping to bestow some evil upon this man.
Hoping to touch Shia LaTough.
As soon as he gets within 5 feet of you, you are going to reach out and touch him and curse him.
Yes,
Correct?
and I'll choose the curse upon that time, and I'll let you know what it is.
Okay.
Because I have to read the curses, actually. I'll let you know which one's pretty cool.
Well, it's his turn, so...
Yeah.
Fuck!
So, Chai was walking out of his cabin to go do something, and then he hears a damsel in distress in the woods from behind him, so he turns around and he starts stealthily making his way to the forest line, when out of nowhere, MC Nastly comes charging out of the woods and runs directly toward him, and he goes to make a movement towards you to hit you with his knife that he had drawn.
He goes to stab me?
He goes to stab you.
I'm invisible.
Oh, you are invisible.
Yeah, that bitch can't see me.
Oh, yeah. So, no, he just continues walking towards the line. So, yeah. So, you,
After
I
just
forgot
hitting
that
the
you
face
were.
with
I was like, that fucker can't
Yeah.
stab me.
Oh, yeah. I forgot he got hit in the face with lightning, too. Dang.
He's blind,
Chai's
deaf.
having a hard time.
Well, he's also
He's almost deaf.
yeah. He should be deaf from the amount of damage he took from
critically deafened.
Like, he fucking can't do anything to me.
That's right, yeah. So,
He just hit him with a flashbang out in the middle of nowhere.
we had that 10 minutes of downtime between what happened and right now.
I was like, it's been 12 seconds since I cast that spell. He's got some time before he gets to me.
yeah, no, you're right. So you're still MC Nastly is invisible, and so he is moving stealthily. He got hit with the lightning, and so he starts running then towards the wood line for what just hit him, and he moves well within that 5 feet of you, so you can have your action to touch him and bestow a curse.
Touch his butt. As he runs by, just
Grab his ass,
slap
like,
his ass.
What the fuck?
Curse his ass.
So
He touched the butt.
And while you're looking up what your curse is, Thaddeus, you cast that lightning bolt when he was within how many feet of the wood line?
50 feet.
50 feet? Okay,
Yeah.
so he was within 50 feet of the wood line, and you...
Does he know exactly where it came from? Can he see me now that I've shot lightning at him?
He knew where the lightning came from, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So he's gonna be heading right at us.
Yep, he's going to be heading right at you, and he's got a movement, a full
I have an idea to
movement.
maybe draw aggro off you.
Okay, go ahead.
as he runs by me, I lightly touch him on the shoulder, and my curse is going to bestow 1d8 necrotic damage every time I attack him.
Okay.
So every single one of my attacks is added to 1d8 necrotic.
So zap of lightning from the woods, thunderclap from the side. Then he gets cursed as he's running towards the woods, but he sprints towards the woods and dives in. So he's got this curse on him.
Oh, also I get an attack of opportunity because he ran past
And
me.
you get an attack of opportunity. If you take that with the rapier, does that pull you out of invisibility? With greater invisibility?
No, it's only if he makes contact with me. I think I'm allowed to attack physical attacks. Let me check just to make sure, but
Yeah, you get advantage on melee attacks.
Yeah, I get
And
Yeah, that's the thing with greater invisibility. You can attack while invisible.
Okay. Yeah, cool. I don't have the spell up, so I just wanted to double check. So yeah, so you get an attack of opportunity as he runs
He's
by.
invisible until the spell ends.
with advantage.
oh yeah, with advantage, you're right. So a hit, and that's going to be 1d8
Plus the necrotic damage.
plus the other d8s, 2d8. Gotta find all these d8s. I haven't used those in a while.
You're welcome, Tim and Terry.
I think we just did their job for him.
14 damage total on that run by.
Okay, so 1 second. Let's talk through this real quick.
He's just getting smacked around. Like, what the fuck is happening?
It's like high school. We're pinballing this dude down the hallway.
So retcon to the beginning.
So in the last 20 seconds,
Yes, Chai LaTough walks out of his cabin to go do something you guys don't know yet.
just taking a piss.
He has his back to you. He hears a damsel in distress, so he turns around and he starts stealthily making his way back right towards Thaddeus and Malphaedor. When he gets within 50 feet of the tree line, a lightning bolt shoots out from him and zaps him right in the chest. So the big bright light, there's flashes, he's seeing spots. As that happens, a loud clap of thunder goes off and causes eardrum damage, making him hear a ringing noise that also doesn't help. Then he doesn't see this, but MC comes dashing out of the woods. After that, he gets down on all four, like his hands and feet, and goes to bolt off towards the forest line. And as he's moving, all of a sudden a hand brushes across his shoulder and a rapier slashes down on his arm. So walk us through your curse and the slash.
So the slash cuts through right below his ribs, and as it cuts him, he just feels this rotting. And hears this light whistle, which is kind of annoying.
You stabbed him in the kidney.
Essentially. So he just feels this cut and this rotting nastiness, and I just laugh and kind of bounce away.
Okay, so he continues bolting on because he didn't see anything hit him or anything else. And so he bolts 60 feet from where he was, which takes him 10 feet into the woods where the lightning came out. Now, does he see Thaddeus?
I'm still standing behind the tree.
Roll a stealth
Okay.
check, dude. Do you stay behind your tree? Oh!
If he's heading straight at us, I'm going to intercede him before
Not
he gets
natural
to Thadeus.
20 on my stealth check.
So his movement speed got him there, but he can't actually do an attack.
He just sees people like, what?
So he got into the woods and he is staring Thadeus down with the lightning bolt that just...
And it's Thaddeus' turn now, and he's going to cast Hold Person. So he's got to make a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for up to a minute.
He rolled a 14 for his wisdom saving throw.
Not enough.
Not enough.
He is paralyzed.
All right, so what does this look like?
He runs in the woods, looks around, sees me standing behind a tree, and then he just can't move. All of a sudden, he's getting ready to attack, to lunge at me, but then he just can't.
Does Thaddeus have any cool effects with his magic, or does shit just happen?
He's old. He just waves his hand, and he doesn't need all that flash.
Yeah, poof.
He's got his left hand on his lower back.
Yeah,
He's got some back pain. He's been in the woods for the last couple hours. Right hand waves. And
Just like a dismissive flick of the wrist, and he just can't move.
like he wants Chai to get off his goddamn lawn.
yeah. Pumpkins!
Whole person. So Chai is now held in the forest lines right in front of Thaddeus, and without knowing it, he's also in front of Malphaedor, and he's being held.
Which gives me advantage on this attack that I'm about to obliterate him with.
Tim and Terry are never going to attack this guy.
They wolfed out for nothing.
I got some really cool notes about it, though.
That's a hit. The second one's definitely a hit. Both of them hit, no crit.
He getting smacked up.
Smite the fuck out of him, too.
You just smite him, kind of.
Take advantage on the damage roll, too.
That looks like an accurate Malphaedor roll.
Yeah.
I'm gonna smack it. I'm gonna smite this bitch. A 1.
From 2 strikes, 24 damage, and I will smite.
All right, what's that look like?
Okay.
He's still alive, but he's
Not
He's
doing
not happy
good.
about it.
So he approaches Thadeus. Thaddeus does his dismissive wave, and he's held fast. Malphaedor steps up and just baseball swings twice with his sword, inflicting serious divine smitage with each strike.
that he does.
This is the worst day.
And hold person, does he make a save on his turn, or is he just held for 1 minute?
I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure he's just held for 1 minute.
Okay. Tim and Terry had moved so far away, and then through the woods, they can, as werewolves, they have the speed to get back to him, but they don't have the action to attack. So Tim and Terry get all the way back, and they are both now flanking Chai LaTough.
Okay, you were right. At the end of each of his turns, he can make another wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
That's if I let him have another turn.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Alrighty, man. What the fuck am I gonna do to this guy this time?
Oh.
Well, now he's... Yeah, I was going to say, he's 60 feet away from you again.
As hold person, he's paralyzed. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Oh, yeah. So do you want to roll an extra die of damage on each of those?
Yeah.
Of course you do.
I do.
Yeah, that extra 1.
That
is
extra
gonna help.
1 and an extra 8. Min-max.
Okay. So Tim and Terry rushed back in through the wood line to get to him. And now it's back over to Ingvald, who is out in the clearing. The only
Ingvald
one...
is not in the clearing.
Yes. Ingvald is in a bar somewhere.
MC Nasty.
Now it's back over to MC Nasty, who's in a clearing 60 feet away from Chai LaTough.
Will you look up Vicious Mockery for me really quick?
Unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments. As a creature you can see within range, the target can hear you, though it doesn't need to understand it. Need not understand you? Interesting. You must succeed on a wisdom save or take a d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Cool. I'm gonna do that.
Now, your first curse that you have on him, does that count if you attack him also with another spell? Or
Yeah,
is
it's
that only
any
when you do
attack I
melee
make.
attacks? Okay. So you're going to taunt him and do psychic damage.
I'm gonna do psychic damage and somehow necrotic damage.
Adding insult to injury.
Literally. Nice.
Yes.
I like this.
Well, this is going way easier for you guys than what I thought it was going to.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and attack him. I have advantage because he's immobile. Does that work for me too? Because the spell, how's that going?
Attack rolls against a creature do have advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I hit. Cool, so it's 2d4.
Plus your additional stuff.
And then my d8. So 10 damage.
Okay.
And 5 of that is necrotic damage.
And it is now Chai's turn to try and make a roll, to make a save. And he does not. So trapped by this spell and seeing all of these people surround him, he tries to force his muscles to move and cannot do anything. Can't even bring his head up to glare at you. Staring down at the ground, trying to force his shoulders and arms to flex. And that's his turn.
All right, and Thaddeus is going to cast Chromatic Orb. So that hits, and I hurl a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy, and I can choose between a bunch of different... I'm going to choose lightning, and I did 15 damage to him.
And what's that look like?
I just hold up my hand and a little ball of lightning energy, and I just kind of flick it. Like I'm flicking a toothpick away. Flick it at him, and it just hits him in the head.
I forget, what were Tim and Terry's reasons for coming after this guy?
This was Temple. Their mission was to find Temple, which is one of the lieutenants for Duche, and eliminate Temple because she was in Cheddar. And they lost her trail, but they found her boyfriend, which was Chai LaTough, her boy toy.
So after he attacks, does his attack kill him?
No.
So after he attacks...
I don't like the way you said that. Like, don't be ridiculous. He has 1 million hit points.
I pipe up to the group, like, should we capture him at this point? Like, tie him up. Because if he can't move, I can even suggest him to go to sleep with one of my spells.
It's not a terrible idea.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I hit.
Yeah, good idea. Stab.
I hit him two more times.
Those are all crits.
Yes.
That's a great idea. Let's capture him. Stabby.
Malphaedor has moved to the dark side.
Yeah, he is.
So 14 from the first strike.
You have for Tim and Terry to be helpful in this case. Maybe they listened.
Ooh. 23 from the second.
All right, so MC yells at you, "Hey guys, maybe we should capture him," or something like that. And you did what exactly?
It took 2 more baseball swings at his head and neck area. Also smite.
As you say, that's a good idea.
Adding smiting. Yes, while I concur that would be a good idea to take him alive.
Wait, you said 24 damage?
Yeah.
Is that total
on
for
the second
both?
one?
Oh,
no,
24
14 from the first one.
Oh, nice. All right, now it's Tim and Terry's turn.
Now it's Tim and Terry's turn. So let's see if Tim and Terry heard MC. Tim did not hear MC, and Tim, in his werewolf form, goes to bite at the Achilles tendon on the
they
back.
Have advantage on all their attack rolls, and they're all crits.
You're welcome.
Love having a sorcerer with us.
So Terry did 29 damage.
As Terry disembowels him.
Or not Terry. Tim. Tim did not hear MC shout out, and instead, in his werewolf form and frenzy, runs up and finishes his move to get to Chai, and then just bites into the back of his left leg and rips the tendons and muscle, and goes to town.
He can be healed. He's fine.
Now let's see if Terry heard MC. Terry did not hear MC. And Terry's going
He's
to...
got fur in his ear. He couldn't hear it.
Attack the other side, and Terry did 24 damage. So Tim and Terry both each get a leg and just start ripping at the back of Chai's legs, ripping the muscle flesh. It's actually kind of really gross to hear.
Good.
But neither heard MC using logic out in the clearing, far away from anyone else.
That's good.
And that brings us to MC's next turn.
Well, I'll take that as a no.
No, really, take him alive.
So I do my 40-foot movement towards them.
Okay.
And then I will cast Vicious Mockery again. Because they want to kill him, they can kill him. Fuck it. So 7, 14, 16 damage.
Okay. That takes us over to Chai's turn.
Yep.
Chai, even though he's being held and can't move, definitely feels all the pain that's happening to his shoulders as Malphaedor tries to
Subdue him.
hack him to bits. The psychic damage and necrotic damage that keeps hitting him. He also felt the pain of the blast on the top of his head, and his 2 legs are completely burning and in excruciating pain from the 2 werewolves tearing at them. Yet he still cannot move. And that's his turn.
Aww.
Thadeus is going to cast Firebolt. 21 damage.
What's that look like?
Everything Thadeus does is very just casual. He's not trying to impress anybody. He's 63 years old or 60 something. I don't know.
I ain't got time to be flashy.
Old as dirt. Yeah. So he just points his finger, and a bolt of fire shoots from the end of his finger and hits Chaya right in the chest.
And then it moves over to Malphaedor's turn.
How bad off is he looking at this point?
On a scale of 1 to 1,000,000.
On a scale of 1 to 335, he's looking at about a 70.
Oh, okay. So yeah, hack him a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
After Malphaedor's attack, he'll be on looking about a 69. So
Yeah, that's fair. Not even going to argue with that. It's 27. Oh, I didn't have my strength my bonuses from last turn.
can't be doing that now.
Yeah. So if you want to retcon another 18.
I'd love to. All right, so what does that look like?
More of the last couple of rounds where he's just hacking away at him like a lumberjack trying to fell a tree.
Okay, so he's got this leather armor and it wraps up around his shoulders and stuff, and you're just going to town trying to get at the back of his neck because he's bent over in that form that he was running in, and you just...
Yeah, he's just... Well, I still have the shield on the one arm, and I'm just...
Yeah, brutal. Poor Chai. Literally never did anything to you guys.
Goddamn cannibals.
That we know of. Motherfucking
He was stalking the little girl in the tree. That's just wrong.
There was no little girl.
No mercy.
Both of the werewolves continue to chew up at Chai. And Chai's legs, they appear to have chewed through both sides of his legs and into his upper thighs, and blood just explodes everywhere from Chai. And he's still in that held person, but his eyes have glazed over.
He's in shock.
MC's turn.
MC's turn.
You're close enough now to where you can actually do something to subdue him, tie him up, or...
I mean, not like you guys won't just stab him while he's tied up. You stabbed him while he wasn't moving.
Yeah, we'll just tie him up to a tree and let him finish bleeding out.
Lack of movement has not restricted your guys' ability to just hit him.
But at any point, he could make his saving throw and not be paralyzed.
It's entirely
anymore.
up to him.
But if you tie him up, then that'll show that you're trying to capture him, and we're done smacking on him. This was your idea. I'm perfectly fine. I
don't care about killing him. He's part of the whole Whisperer's crew thing. I was just going to say we could torture him, but you've already tortured him. He just can't speak because he's frozen in place.
This guy's girlfriend helped turn Munster into a puddle of lava.
Melted cheese, some would say.
She did. We have no
so
proof.
much molten cheddar.
She did do that. That's fair. We have no proof anything about this
Turned
guy.
our guildmaster
Other
into
than that, we
fondue.
stabbed him.
He may have eaten somebody you know.
Not likely. I'm not from this area.
They turned our guildmaster into fondue.
That's fair. Munster's not the greatest fondue cheese. Not what I'm here for. So I move the rest of the way in with the group of stabbing assholes. As I do that, I'm going to go ahead and attack with my whispering rapier. Whistling rapier. The whistling rapier, I'm going to stab him. It's an automatic critical hit. Ooh, fuck that guy. 16. He's gonna take 28 damage. But wait, I get 2 attacks.
But wait, there's more.
And I'm gonna stab him again. So he's getting stabbed again. 24 total.
Okay.
So that's a grand total of 52 damage.
What do your 2 giant hacks look like on this immobile, glazed over eye, bleeding out dude?
I push past the others, and with a whistling slash, I take off his right arm and stab him in the heart. Both of them are necrotic damage, which means they instantly start festering. It's very gross.
It is very gross. And yeah, that is what happens completely.
As he slumps forward dead, I sort of look and thought we were taking him alive.
Is he dead?
I mean, he's been dead for a couple turns now. He's just been held person. He's just been immobile magically.
He couldn't fall.
He couldn't fall. You guys have just been hacking away at this poor guy.
Oh.
He's negative 89 hit points.
Oh, nice. So
Wouldn't
that means yours and all my wasp
fighting would have
was
stopped, and time would have returned to normal, and it just would have dropped.
Is that how hold
It only
person
lasts
works?
for a minute. It only lasts for a minute.
You guys were still taking your turns. We were still in combat. I told you guys, his eyes went out. He was bleeding out, blood gushing.
I assumed he went into shock.
Yeah. He did. The shock of death.
If it's been a minute, my invisibility wears off, so I'm back.
Yeah, you're all back, and yeah, I did have a special ability for him called Chai Surprise, where he could potentially come back to life. But because you guys have hacked him up into tiny pieces, no, it wouldn't do him any good.
He can come back to life, but both his legs and one of his arms don't work.
He's like the Black Knight from Monty Python.
Tis but a scratch.
Why don't you bleed on me?
It's only a flesh wound.
I've had worse.
You're a loony. Now we gotta fight Tim and Terry.
Tim goes bolting off in the woods as
Rabbit.
a werewolf, but Terry stops and starts to transform back into normal Terry.
I throw his pants at him.
He catches them with one hand as the fur and stuff glops off his body, and
Good.
Good timing.
I, in the background, lightly play kazoo music as a sign of victory. You all know the song, but for copyright issues, I can't say it.
We've already used that, actually.
Then we play it.
so what do you guys do?
I raid the body.
Okay.
What do I find? I don't know if that's investigation. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, it'd be investigation.
Does it matter if he's dead?
If you're searching something specifically.
Well, I'm gonna do performance just because I can. I got a 29.
Good job. What are you performing?
He's
I'm
very
performing
happy.
the song while I continue to inspect his body.
It's an amazing kazoo medley of victory songs.
It's a mourning of his life and a celebration of his death. I think those are reversed, but it's fucked. I don't care.
MC Nastly's Ode to Chai LaTough.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So you play, and then you guys loot Chai's body.
Yeah, get it, loot. It's a musical instrument.
See what you did there.
So on Chai's body, he has that leather apron. Stuff that you guys.
What's left of it?
Yeah. What's left of it?
I don't want the leather apron. That sounds scary.
Yeah. He's got 125 gold pieces in a belt on his persons. He's got his hunting knife, and he's got an axe on his belt that he never even drew.
Are any of those like magical or interesting?
Are you gonna use a spell to check that stuff out?
I mean,
I'm not.
do I have detect magic? Nope, I only have dispel magic. I could get rid of it and just make it normal.
125 gold, right? Is that what you said?
Yep.
So 25 apiece.
You can make an Arcana check to see if you know that it's.
How are we splitting up that money? 25 a person?
Well, Terry's with you there too.
Oh, Terry's a good idea.
Oh, and Tim.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what, 125. Yep, you're right.
Yep.
So what was your Arcana check?
I got a 13 Arcana to see if there's anything special.
You can tell that all of them are magic, but you can't tell what kind of magic.
I call dibs on the axe. I'll find out what that does later. Who wants the stabby stab? You can have the knife.
I'll take the dagger.
There you go.
Might need it someday.
I got the choppy, you got the stabby. Anything else on there?
Just the leather apron.
No one wants the leather apron.
Chai LaTough's body continues to rot with the necrotic damage.
Oh, yeah, I stabbed him a lot.
Yeah.
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 Got a lot of that. It's
Quickly,
festering.
it's starting to stink.
Now, before we distracted him,
Oh, the cabin.
yeah, he was wandering off somewhere with a purpose. I think maybe we should check that out.
Should probably check the cabin first.
Yeah, I say we investigate the cabin and then
Just watch your step.
But outside playing joyful music, there's just someone inside the cabin going, "What the fuck just happened?"
What is that crazy kazoo music?
I'm gonna go up to the nearest cabin window and stealthily look inside.
Okay.
Ooh, not that stealthily.
It's okay. You make your way up to the cabin. You can see that there is a fire going in the cabin with a cook pot over the top of it.
Is it? Can I see what's in the pot?
Not from outside.
Is there anyone inside the cabin?
No one living.
I go inside the cabin.
There is a dead body in the cabin.
That's what I figured. Do I know the body or is it identifiable?
There's no head on the body.
Is it in the pot?
What's in the pot? What's in the pot?
frosted flakes. Damn.
So you make your way to the pot and
I'm gonna go to the pot.
pull up the big chunk of whatever's floating in there.
I'm gonna use a spoon.
Yeah, and there is a shaved head in the pot.
Shaved head, like the face, or just like flesh?
All of it. You know,
Oh, good.
no hair on the head, no hair on the face.
It's all boiled off.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, there's just no hair on it, so that
Yeah, it's not
they
like
can boil
shaved.
down. Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody we know?
Yeah, anyone I know?
No.
Cool. I turned the heat off for the pot because I might as well stop cooking the dude or lady, whoever it is. I investigate the rest of the cabin and see if there's anything cool going on. Fuck my rolls today, dude.
No, he was heading someplace outside the cabin, correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's where I'm headed.
Okay.
I will follow Malphaedor.
Okay, so MC, what did you roll to investigate the cabin?
That was 11.
An 11? Okay. So, yeah, you really don't find anything. You find his bed, that like a little cot that was there. You find a chest that has some clothing in it.
Are they bad clothing?
No, they're just...
Leather?
No, they're not
Okay.
leather. Leather, the apron was the only thing that he had made of leather. Everything else has been, like, just normal clothing. But it's kind of different sizes. So it looks like...
It's leftover clothes from his meals.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, nothing too crazy outside of normal living cabin from a recluse type thing.
Cool.
Malphaedor and and Terry, he goes with you guys, make your way around the cabin, and you find a shed in the back behind the cabin.
Okay. Listen at the door and investigate.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds like wood.
Yeah, you really don't hear anything inside, and the door does not appear to be locked.
All right, open the door.
All right, so you open the door, and on one side of the shed, there is a wall full of tools. It's like a saw, a pick, just different things. And then on the other side, there is a wall with a shelf on it that have a bunch of peppers, like pickled peppers.
Oh, that was less dramatic than I expected. You got
It's his
fucking
pantry.
Peter Piper over here. They're fucking peppers. What the fuck's going on?
All right.
I'm gonna exit the house. I assume at this point, probably taking equal
Is it
time.
dark out here?
It's dark out,
Yeah.
yeah. You got moonlight, but
Yeah. I mean, I've got my dark vision. Can you see in the dark or?
I have goggles of night, which gives me dark vision. They're super cool steampunk.
Okay,
style.
cool. With like the little flip-up lenses.
As I catch up and see him put these goggles on.
I've had them on. I've had them on since the sun went down.
Oh, they're your glasses?
Yeah.
Kind of?
Yeah.
They're goggles that I wear on my head, and then when the sun goes down or we go in somewhere dark, I just pull them down over my eyes.
yeah, because he can't see in the dark without them.
He's old. He probably can't see at all.
Barely.
Well, they're probably a prescription. I mean, they're magical. They adjust.
Nearsighted.
They're magical. They adjust.
Yeah, they're bifocals, actually. So he can read.
I can zoom in. They're pretty sweet.
Telescopic binocular.
I'll probably catch up at this point, I'd assume.
Yep, you catch up.
So, I turned to Tim and Terry, and
Well, Tim anyway. Terry's out gallivanting around.
yeah, he went running.
He's out doing werewolf things.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Terry's
Not a good sign.
like, well, thank you guys. I appreciate your help with this.
You did a great job, dude.
That was fascinating. That was really cool to see.
Yeah. Well, again, you guys are not going to tell anyone about the werewolf thing, correct?
No, we won't.
Hey, we didn't tell anybody about Marge, so
I only write one song.
I'll only write one song. Is that what you said?
I may write a book about the transformation, but I will use fake names.
Yeah, I'll use Timothy.
Terrence.
Timothy and Terrence.
This concludes this episode of A Fool's Quest. Join us next time for more fun and daring adventure. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, subscribe, review, and comment on your favorite platform to listen to A Fool's Quest.